Hey guys, welcome to my podcast. My name is Ayirebuah. If you're listening to this for the first time, you're welcome. This is Ayirebuah Speaks Literally, and I am the host of this podcast, obviously. This podcast is about the random things, the random thoughts that shape my personality. I missed last week's episode. Sorry. I had a guest, or I had guests to come on, but something came up and they couldn't come on, and I couldn't find something to do within a short time. So I'm doing this now. I'm even recording this podcast very late, and it's just me today. So we're going to just get straight into this episode. So this episode, I call it What I Have Learned. This is the title of the episode, What I Have Learned. In case you don't know, or if you know, I am a writer, but I have been writing poetry for a number of years, a lot actually, and I decided to go to school to branch into different areas of writing, so creative writing. So far I have learned how to write plays, I have learned how to write short stories, and I'm learning how to write for television screenplay. Before my semester started, I think the end of September. There's this place called Coursera. It's an online school basically, and they have so many courses. I remember my mom told me to sign up for it one time, and I did sign up. And she said, "Go ahead and learn." I don't know. This is when I was in the university, and I signed up, but then I left it. I didn't go there to learn about any courses or anything. I received emails every single day from Coursera. I know that if I don't receive any email, I'll get an email from Coursera. Surprisingly, I didn't, try and stop the emails from coming in. I just, I left it there. One day I'll go back. So, for the month of September, before my semester started, I was like, I knew this semester I was going to learn screenwriting, but it's something that I've been wanting to learn for a very long time. So I decided to start learning before the semester started, so that I can just tell my lecturer start telling me something. I'm like, oh, is this what they call it? Don't they call it this to look like, this girl? It's like, it's very well. You really know how to do this thing. So I decided to learn before I had to learn. Do you understand? So I went on Coursera and I decided to learn what is the name of my course? Script writing. Write a pilot episode for a TV or web series, a project-centered course from Michigan State University. So this is what I've been doing. So this is what I have learned. Where's my book? My notebook. I'm supposed to submit an assignment for school, not for Coursera right now. And the notes that I received from school, I have already learned it. Do you understand? So it's easier for me. I think this semester is going to be a very great semester because I decided to challenge myself and learn on my own before having to learn it actually. So I have learned so many things. I have already written one act of a pilot episode. I have written my characters down. I have for Coursera, what you have to do is after you write your episode, or you write your assignment, you submit your assignment, you're supposed to review 5 of your peers, so that for you to get your grades, right? So I've seen other people's style of writing, other people's ideas, what they have in mind for television series. Did I say series? Is that the right plural for it? Anyway, so I have seen other people's ideas, and I love television. This is something that I can't even explain, but I love television. When I say television, I mean television series and film. I love film. I've said this before. I want to be a filmmaker one day. I want to direct, I want to produce, and I want to write for film and television. So this is what I am learning currently. And seeing other people's ideas, there are some that are, you know, you read it and you're like, okay, I've seen this before. And there are some that's like, wow, so this is the type of series that I would binge watch. And so that is also something that is that's been exciting for me, seeing other people's ideas and then putting mine out there. I am not going to tell you what I've been writing about, but hopefully it's something that people want to see. I've realized something. My friend and I were talking about it a couple of days ago, and I told her I started Coursera. You should start this. She was like, she wants us to write something. In fact, I have two friends that I've decided to write with. One is for television. In fact, the two of them for television. And I told them we have to learn how to do it. Do you understand? Because if we are tired of seeing the same thing on TV, we can't get up and then just start and then be mediocre or just be, oh, it's nice. When somebody sees it, they'll be like, oh, I saw your thing, it's nice. Or I read your thing, it's nice. I read your script, it's nice. I feel like it's nice is not something that I want somebody to say about my work, especially when it comes to creative writing. Do you understand? I want somebody to see it and then be like, I have no words, in a good way. Do you get it? So I told them we have to learn how to do it. We can't get up and say we want to take over the industry. It doesn't happen like that. The work doesn't just fall into our hands. It doesn't just come. It does not come easily. So we have to learn how to do it. And that means go to school for it. And if you can't afford the school, there's Coursera. So I told one of them that I've been doing Coursera so far, and it's been going really well. So sign up for Coursera. Look for the course you want to use. It's script writing. Go ahead, do it. And then in the end, we'll come together and then exchange our ideas and do it properly. Do you understand? So that by the end of the day, or that's when the time is right, when God has written our story down for us, then it comes to that page. We will turn to that page and then everything will go smoothly. Anyway, I'm talking too much like a motivational speaker. So from my course on Coursera, I learned the pilot episode. I learned that you don't need books to write scripts for script writing to help you. There are so many books. Of course, I'm reading one for school. Actually, there's a book I have to read for school. But what I learned on Coursera was also that you don't need books. That means you don't need a guideline. I don't know how to put it. How I understood it was you don't need to say, okay, this is how they do it, like in a book. Okay, so this is how I'm going to write mine. That's how it was in the textbook. This is how I should write mine. No. All you need is to learn how to and then do. The only way to be a writer is to write, right? See what I did there? Okay. So they said you have to, for creating an idea for a series, you have to develop your idea. And there's no such thing as a bad idea. Only a poorly developed one. Do you get it? Only a poorly developed idea. So, you just put down ideas. Anything is possible. You can write about computers. You can write about books. You can write about the supermarkets. You can write about book bags. You can write about bookkeepers. Anything is possible. This world is so big. There are so many things that happen in this world, and you can write about anything you want. The only thing that matters is how you develop that idea, because you can start well, but in the middle is confusing. When you watch movies or you watch series and you're like, what is this? What's going on? It doesn't make sense. This is too dry. And it's not just about the script that matters. Everything that happens, everything that matters from the script. Your script can be so good, and when it gets to the screen is poorly developed because cinematography sucks, your location sucks, I don't know, the makeup sucks, the actors suck, everything matters for this. So your idea is valid. Every single idea you have for writing is valid. You just need to develop it properly. I also learned that I also learned about the log line, right? You know, when you're watching TV and you see a movie is showing, you click on the info and it gives you a brief about the movie, like on Netflix. You know, just the little brief. Okay, I want to watch this. So I had to submit a log line for my pilot episode or for my series, what it was. Lots of For my peer review, I got some good, some bad, because some people thought, okay, they didn't feel like watching it after reading my log line. So I went back and I wrote it again, and I made it better. And for the log line, it has to describe the main characters. It has to describe a dilemma, the villains, the setting, and it doesn't give away too much, and also avoids detail, and it doesn't reveal the end. So it's just like it's I think it's in one sentence. The log line is in one sentence, and it gives you the main characters, the conflicts or the dilemma that they face, the villains, the place, the time and place, and it doesn't, you don't give away the whole plot. You don't reveal anything for the end. You also have to, of this I learned from playwriting, as from last semester in school. But from Coursera, for my the course that I'm learning, I also learned you have to define your characters, and it's something. It's when you watch series too, you can look at a character and be like, how did somebody think of someone like this? I love this character so much, or I hate this character so much. So your characters have to be a character. Do you understand? And I also I got that you have to base them on someone you know, someone you've met once, someone you overheard in the coffee shop. It's above it's a coffee shop. It's say somebody you overheard at the in the watching line. This is for our own context. Somebody you overheard somewhere in the church or anything. And I remember doing this a lot when I used to take church. I remember doing this a lot. I used to write based on conversations I had in the church show, or based on some two lovers I saw in a church show. That's what I used to write for. So this is so defining my characters. Then I have to develop it. Just like you develop your idea, you develop your character. Because let me tell you about Suits. There's Suits and Prison Break. There are two characters that I love so much because of their character development. There is Louis Litt and from Suits, and then there is Brad what's his name? Brad Bellick. Yes, Brad Bellick. These are two characters that I thought that they developed properly, because Lewis was, and I think till the end, he was so annoying, very, very annoying. But as the seasons went on, he became an annoying that you could handle. Do you understand? Because he became he got in control of his emotions. He stopped being foolish. He found a love of his life, and he was becoming a father. So he became more even when he became managing partner. I felt like if you haven't seen Suits, you should see Suits. It's on Netflix. Download it and watch. It has 9 seasons and everything. And so sorry about that. So you should watch it, and then you see what I'm talking about. But I'm sure a lot of people have, and you see that Lewis developed properly. And Brad Bellick. Brad was a cheat. He was selfish. He was all about money. But in the last season, I don't want to spoil it for you. The last season that he was in, um he became um he became friendly, I would say, not selfish, and a nice guy, basically. So yeah, so these are your characters. You have to develop your characters, and make it believable. Make it the type of character that people would enjoy being around. I'm sorry, enjoy watching, and yeah, this is also something I learned. I also learned about the creating my series Bible. So I had to write all my episodes that I would write in the series, what's what happened in the series, and each episode had to propel the story forward. So unless you're writing like situation comedies, like a sitcom, where every episode, like Friends, although it's is moving forward, but every episode has like something different. It's not like How to Get Away with Murder. Hey, that's a murder. It's not like How to Get Away with Murder, where if you miss one episode, you probably won't understand what's happening in the next episode or something like that. For Friends, if you watch Friends, you can you can watch from any season, any episode. Do you understand? Because every episode has something happens. They try and solve something, and then end blah 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 blah. Anyway, so yeah, I did that as well. So what else? Going through my notes. So yes, and I had to write for act 1 of my pilot. So for act 1 is like the beginning, then act 2 is the middle, then act 3 is the end. Act 1, I had to write what happens, how it begins, how the characters introduced, and how it ends. Do you understand? And the ending has to be something that's intriguing. Do you understand? So because I think at the end of Act 1 is when they go on a commercial break, basically. So at the end of the Act 1, people have to want to stay on. Do you understand? And people have to be like, oh, this advert safe. Do you understand? It has to be intriguing. So yeah, I did that as well. I submitted an outline of my Act 1, and I submitted the proper structure for writing a script. I wrote Act 1 in there. So currently I have submitted Act 2, waiting for my I think I just received my what do you call it? My peer review from my assignment from Act 2. And yeah, I should be done soon to move to week 3. So that's it. I just basically wanted to do this podcast to just give you an idea of what I've been doing. I have not been wasting my time at home at all. I have been productive. What is this? Assignment deadlines coming up in script writing. Finish before. Oh, right. I have to review my peers. I have 2 more to review. Okay. So I'll do that. And okay. That's it. So I have so much to do, but I am just basically saying that if you want to learn something, the only thing you can do is start learning. Duh. But yeah, Coursera is something is something you should not sleep on. I've learned a lot, and I think if you're listening and you know that you've been receiving emails from them and you've been ignoring it, it's time to stop and then go ahead and learn something if you're not busy with anything. I'm grateful for you for your listenership and I'm grateful for your subscription. If you have anything for me, please send me a voice message on Anchor. I will be grateful to listen and incorporate it into my next episodes. Hopefully next week, I have guests with me and we talk about something interesting as well. So this episode has been What I Have Learned, proudly brought to you by Anchor. That is the app I'm using to record this podcast. Very, very, very helpful app. And yeah. So if you need me, text me because I'm busy writing, being a writer. I'll see you at the top. Bye guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to say I love you, but that's too mushy. I really care about you guys. Mwah. Bye.